Yeah, I think I forgot my wallet. We're right here. I'm gonna go see if they got it, all right?
Okay.
Hey, what's up, man?
I got a man.
Oh, he got you out here by yourself? I would never. Go with me, baby. Come on, let's go get something to eat.
I cannot find my wallet.
This nigga got you in Temu clothes. If you want to stay with the struggle, I ain't gonna stop you.
Your man got you on food stamps? That's crazy. Let me call someone.
Damn, your man got you out here allowing men to talk to you? I would never.
A wallet?
Yeah.
Like a brown one?
Your man got you working? Crazy.
Hey, I'm sorry about the wait. I couldn't find my
Don't even fucking touch me. You got me a broke bitch in Temu clothes. You can walk past me. Yeah, EBT? You got me on EBT? Working?
Wait, you
I'm
ain't...
supposed to be your queen. No, let me finish. I'm supposed to be your queen. A black queen at that.
What is you talking about? I work 2 jobs and pay all the bills. I leave you for 5 minutes to find my wallet and you let it get in your head?
Work 3. Work 3 jobs. Work 4, 5, 6. I don't care. Like Kendrick said, it's not enough. Work 3 jobs. Okay? Come on. Figure it out. Get me off of EBT. I don't want to work. Don't want to look dusty.
You know what your problem is? You need to stop letting other men get into your head. If I'm a good man, then take your good man and be happy with it. But instead, you out here seeking attention like Aisha or Jada. Get it together. You got 100% whole chocolate milk right here, but you gonna leave me for that 2% bull. I just bought you a Valentino. You know what? Keep the purse. Find you who works 3 jobs, 4 jobs, because it's not enough. Trick.
And I will. I will find another one. Treat me like a black queen. Okay? I'll find them. They gonna come. They gonna come. Are they? You know what? They not. You was a good man. Bang!
So many of these modern women, they want a man that's passionate about them. They want a man that shows an intense longing and a desire. An intense longing and a desire for them. And men are saying, after what I just saw, no. You ain't got nothing else to desire. You didn't shown it all. Absolutely not.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah. We're working tonight because it's slow, so it's quieter than usual. I made that. That's why it looks so pretty.
Wow.
That could be like
Thank you so much.
And then,
This is such creepy behavior by that woman. I don't get it, because if you're interested in a man, why don't you just say that out loud? But instead, you film the man while he's working and he essentially has to be nice to you. And then you ask the internet, get millions of views on this video exposing this man. You ask him who he is and he ends up answering. His girlfriend also ends up answering. And I just don't get it. Like, if you're interested in someone in that moment, please let them know. Do not take a video of them and post it online. It's just creepy. And I think that it comes from this deranged thought that a lot of women have, that any man would be so happy for her to be interested in him. That is not the case, okay?
Genuine question here, okay? And I'm primarily talking about sort of straight relationships. I don't profess to know how the gay scene works whatsoever. But when you're looking for a partner, or what are you looking for in a partner? Is it like, are you looking for like if you're a girl, are you looking for your male equivalent? Because I think a lot of people are like looking for someone who agrees with them on X and has the same opinion as them on Y and same interests, whatever. But realistically, like if you're a girly girl, the male equivalent to you is going to be like a manly man, who is kind of going to be almost like polar opposite to you in a way. So I think a lot of people are looking for them and somebody else. And like, that just doesn't work. How are you going to find connection? I think we literally need to start looking in the opposite direction. I think that's why
a lot of these men have realized that, unfortunately, for a lot of these modern women, it might seem like opting out is the best choice. Because when you look at how much stress you have to go through, modern women being inconsistent, just those two alone will have you saying, or, you know, kind of reconsidering and saying, well, maybe this is not the journey for me right now. Maybe I need to go build myself up. Maybe I need to focus on myself. maybe I need to put a little bit more into who I am.
I started with Ebony K. Williams, which many people know her name. I quoted her when she was on the Griot. She did a 3-minute segment where she was telling black women who were dissatisfied with their relationships with wanted children that they should stock up on black sperm. Not black men, not black love, not black marriage. It was black sperm.
And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of black sperm. Because most black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us and that look like our families. And that means we want black sperm. Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of black sperm. It's a new black-owned cryobank, and it's designed to help with this shortage of black sperm. I say go ahead and start looking right now for desirable black sperm. Then you can scan the current options for black sperm. And if you see some sperm that you like, I suggest go ahead and buying at least 2 vials. Trust me, it's better to have them than to be without them when the time comes. What a wonderful gift to give to a friend or a sorority sister in need. The decision that I and many other black women are making to become single mothers by choice.
Andrew Tate's chauvinism is out. It's out because he's like, men dominate women. Yeah. By the way, we're Christians, not Muslims. That's honestly, that's Islam. Yeah. Islam is all men over all women. We're Christians, not Muslims. If you're pulling rank frequently in your marriage, bro, you are so off the rails. Where it starts as head of the home is you be the example of godliness and servanthood. Be the guy that reads the Bible every day and prays every day and acts like it. On the other hand, the other thing that's out is like fourth wave feminism. It's out. And that's the, hey man, there is no distinction in any way. Yeah. Yep. And to say so is repressive. The uniform narrative of Scripture is that, watch this is really important, that God has created men and women as equals, but not equivalents. Equal in value, but different in function. So Ephesians 5 is one of the passages where it talks about, Ephesians 5:22, wives submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. We do not apologize for that verse. That's in the Bible. Women of God love that verse. But what a lot of people do is they run past Ephesians 5:21 before it commands wives to submit to your husbands. In verse 21, it says, submitting to one another out of reverence for Christ. So, man, honestly, it's like whenever people have rough marriages, I just want to be like, dude, you don't have to do this. There's such a better way where both people walk in the door and in every conversation they're going, man, how can I lay down my wants, my needs, my desires so that I can bless you? It says to love your wives as Christ loved the church. So the way that Jesus did that is he loved the bride. He laid down his life for the bride. He was attentive to the needs of the bride. There ain't no way that somebody would see that example and say abusive and domineering is the exact opposite of that. God's design and commands are good for us.
You know, men have decided it's easier to take a step back. It's easier to opt out rather than trying to hop into confusion, rather than trying to force my way into a situation that, quite frankly, doesn't seem advantageous to me. It doesn't seem like it's going to go well. So I'm not going to sit up there and continue to be like, oh man, I got to get her. No, I don't. No, I don't. The alternative with me forcing myself into this space is I have somebody acting crazy with me, and I don't have time for that.
There is no war on white people. I'm on set initial bond at 1.25 million. Based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, were here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies.
They said 1.25 million. I know his heart dropped. I know.
The silence in that room.
Oh, Miriam, what do you make of all this? Do you think that what we're seeing with Chud the Builder is a manifestation of the last 10 years of this war on white America and war on men? Or is he like an operative?
You know, white men are being oppressed, Lala. White men have been being oppressed for the last 10 years.
Good one.
But they are, Austin. This person, he does not represent the average or everyday white man in this country, but he is a result of what happens when you consistently tell any race that you hate them, that they're the problem, that everything would be better if they just disappeared.
That is hate speech in itself.
Marion, stop. I've had enough of y'all for today, boy. I tell you, y'all was just God.
You're-
I should have known.
you're-
I should have known it was sweet when Lala said her and I was gonna be on the same side. I should have known it was Kel. Let me tell you something. I ain't never seen no straight white man that I know that said it's a war on them. I ain't never heard that crap in my life, and not by no white person I done hung
When
around.
did they tell you that, Austin? You would sit down and give them a MLK style lecture.
Listen, what I'm saying is that it is a bullshit narrative in its entirety. There is no war on white men. There will never be a war on white men as long as they dominate what the power centers of the country, and they do.
What reason would you give for the mass immigration?
What do
It's
you
almost
mean?
like federal policy to immigrate all these third worlders and these Hispanic.
That's a whole nother discussion.
And you know, modern women they're asking, how come good men kind of stop engaging with them, right? But you have to understand that, you know, the kind of man you say you want. So the kind of man, well, I want a man like this, 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 and this. And the man comes up in front of you, the man comes up in front of you, and you let the man go, right? And you let Chad and Tyrone play in your face. And then a couple of days later, you want the good man to show up and rescue you. You want the good man to be a shoulder to cry on. What? Oh, well, you should allow me to do that in each and every situation. No, I'm a good guy. I'm not a doormat.
A man will only change when he faces all his shame. A man will only change when he regulates his nervous system and he moves through and faces all his pain. A man will only change when he finds compassion and forgiveness for the past and for his parents. A man will only change when he finds compassion and forgiveness for himself, for his past, for his present. A man will only change when he rules his charge and is not fooled by his charge, seeking lustfully for external validation, instant gratifications, satiations and stimulations and distractions, to not face his shame, not face his pain. Otherwise, a man is just going to stay the same.
Men don't need women. Women need men. Men could survive without women. If all the women disappeared tomorrow, men would be fine outside of reproduction. If tomorrow they made artificial wombs, what would they need a woman for? Who's a better companion, men or women? So men built the world. All the hard jobs are done by men. If men disappeared tomorrow, society would collapse. Men built the world that we complain about.
Arguably, one of the driving forces for men doing what they do is women.
What I'm saying is men could survive without women. Because men can be alone, women can't. Women are social beings, and men don't. You don't see women going out to the woods and just roughing it. That's a man thing.
Okay, here's the thing that men need to understand in 2026. It's may the best man win, okay? In just 48 hours, a woman could meet another guy who comes in a lot harder than you did, and she could even end up on a flight. I have friends who have jumped on a flight within 24 hours of speaking to someone. That's how quick women get swept up. That is how quick women are taken off the shelf. That is how quick you need to be as a man right now in 2026, okay? A lot of you are still under this pretense that women will just chase you. They'll just wait willingly, okay? They'll just cross their fingers and hope that you come back. And so you're taking your sweet time. No. Times have changed. Women have an abundance of options. Women are the ones who get the most matches on dating apps, okay? So actually, no, women have the leverage. So men, my advice as a coach is you act quick, okay? If you see a high value woman, if you see a woman that you like, if you have been watching a girl for a while, you're kind of starting to picture where she would fit into your life, she has perhaps the qualities that you're looking for, there's something special here, this one's different, act quick. Because I'm getting a lot of men in my DMs, a lot of messages like this from men saying, why are women speaking to multiple men? Because they can, okay? Because they are the ones that have the options. Also, women have a lot more at stake and a lot more to lose. So they can afford to be picky, they can afford to be choosy, because they have to make the right decisions. They have to. Their life is at risk if they don't. You're window shopping, you see a woman that you like, lock it down very quick. Okay? Don't play games, get the date in, get everything booked. Hi, can I take you out? There we go. So she doesn't have room to look at another man. Okay? Come in hard. Apply pressure for the woman that you want. That's my advice, men.
This actually happens. I don't know if this is a real legit video, but even my job is literally fired women because their OF accounts were found. Like this is a real thing, and women don't realize it until it's too late. Like you're literally losing your chances at getting employment at established businesses, so you can potentially make $70,000 a year, but really only end up making $1,000 a month.
What's the most toxic thing about you?
That I love being by myself.
Why do all guys want to be by themselves? Do you think that we're annoying?
The main thing to understand why a guy wants to be alone is that it has nothing to do with anyone else, and it has everything to do with nothing. Which is confusing, I know, but that's what we feel most of the time. Nothing. When we are asked about love, when we are rejected by a girl, when we're yelled at work, we feel nothing. But nothing isn't always bad, because sometimes it's a lot better than the thoughts in our head. This time where we do nothing and feel nothing allows us to process and recharge from a point where we felt so depleted that doing nothing gives us that energy back to be able to handle it all. So we need that alone time to do and feel absolutely nothing. And I promise you, it's exactly what we need.
Y'all boycott every group of people except the actual group that y'all should be boycotting. The obvious answer here is to boycott niggas, to boycott degeneracy, the trashy music. That is the obvious answer. And instead of you guys looking at that and understanding that that is the answer, you guys want to blame the Asians on something that have nothing to do with the Asian community, and it has everything to do with our degenerate culture. And yes, I say you guys because last time I checked, y'all took my black card. Y'all excommunicated me from the community. So yeah, I'm going to refer to you as you guys. And the sad part about it is what happened with Cyrus is other people doing something about y'all issues. That is what you are seeing. I told y'all, as long as y'all continue to do nothing about your issues, other people, other races of people are going to take matters in their own hands, and your kids are going to be laid out in the streets. I said this. I'm going to say this one more time. You got to do something about your own issues. You have to address the criminality, the stealing, the violence. If we don't address these issues, even the obesity and STDs, if we don't address these issues, nothing is going to get better. It's actually going to be quite the contrary.
Women think the relationship is all about them. They do. Everything is centered around what she wants. And if that's fine, in her mind, everything is cool. And she does not care what the man is going through. She don't care what his challenges are, or any of those things. So what ends up happening, the male believes that he keeps the marriage together because if he goes to cheat or whatever, like those 41 shades, for different reasons, they left you with the marriage because the marriage was all you wanted. You didn't actually want the man. You wanted the marriage. The fairy tale. You wanted the fairy tale. So the man feels that he gave you what you wanted. You wanted the marriage. You wanted the money. You wanted the kids. You wanted all of this crap. And never consider what he's mentally going through, never considers what he invests into the relationship. A lot of men deal with this. And so what they end up doing is getting things outside of the relationship, and what? The woman is still mad.
There's just something about men sleeping in that I can't stand. Like, I get it, I'm the problem, whatever. But like, as a man, why are you still asleep? you should be outside mowing the lawn. And you know what? I want to blame my dad because, dude, if my dad worked at 8 a.m., he would wake up at 4 in the morning. He had this whole routine. He would pray, read the Bible, take a shower, take forever doing his hair, whatever. And my dad always wakes up early and he's always getting into something, right? Doing the randomest things like fixing the garage or freaking, he'll find something. So I just cannot, I don't know. Wake up. Why are you all dainty still laying in bed? Why are you still sleeping? Get up. Go clock in. Okay, go build a house.
Maybe it's because that man is tired from working a full-time job plus overtime. This day and age, both men and women are tired. They both have a lot on their plates. So to have this backwards line of thought where he can't even sleep in one day or dare not even take a nap. Well, if it's the other way around, if it's you sleeping in or you taking a nap, well, it's because you're tired and you're working hard and you have a ton on your plate. Him, on the other hand, he's just being lazy. Sounds like a double standard, which apparently you recognize on some sort of level because you say, I know, I am the problem. But to breeze over that so quickly and then tell a man what he should be doing instead of sleeping in, I don't think it's registering. And a lot of men, too many men experience this time and time again in their relationships. They feel like they cannot rest. They have to be constantly doing something. Then you ladies are surprised that after that relationship crumbles and they end up like in a divorce, those men don't want to be in a relationship again. They just want their single peacefulness.
You ever notice how they moved on so fast, like you never even existed? That's called monkey branching. So let's talk about it. Monkey branching is when somebody lines up a new person before they fully let go of you. They don't leave until they have somewhere else to land. And they'll stay just long enough to secure their next supply, and then they'll swing away like nothing happened. It's not about love, it's about control, options, feeding their ego. And the worst part is that it feels personal. Of course we take it personally, like we weren't enough, like they never cared about us, but the truth is, they were always going to leave. They just needed a backup first. And I know that's not what we want to hear, but this is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their emptiness. They didn't replace you. They recycled their same behavior just with someone new. But that damage, that's on them. It's not on you. What they did wasn't growth. They didn't pick someone better. They just picked someone new. And there's a huge difference.
If you are a pretty girl and not using your pretty privilege to make you literally millions of dollars, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Because I just watched this girl blow up on TikTok, 2.8 million followers in a month. And you know what she did? Like, sugar on my tongue, tongue, tongue. Your body is so sweet, 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 in front of a fridge. Okay? And it's just because she's pretty. Like, she's pretty, and a lot of the world is ruled by men's lust. And actually, I would say don't start an OF, but use everything that life is rigged by to your advantage. You know what life is rigged by? Pretty people have a lot more opportunity. And if you're a pretty girl and you're not actually using it to make you like a huge influencer or some type of personal brand or some type of business, like, gosh, you are one of, like, you're so lucky to be pretty because the world is rigged in your favor. So use it. That's all I'm saying.
Women don't really need men anymore, unfortunately. And here are the reasons why. In today's day and age, guys think they go to work, they come home, they play their video games, they watch their football games, they hang out on the couch playing with their phone, they go out with their friends, and that is their day. What do women bring to the table? They take care of the house, everything looks great, take care of the kids. Hey, by the way, are we going to the parent-teacher conference? No, mom's going. Hey, did you schedule that doctor's appointment? Mom's got it. Guys, we've got to bring more to the table. If you want to feel needed and wanted by women these days, do everything like they do. Match their energy.
The whole world went crazy after Cristiano Ronaldo was on the Piers Morgan show and he was asked, why do you love Georgina? Yo, like the comments are ridiculous. So many women saying, I hope this love never finds me. Look at this clip.
What is it about her that made her so special to you? She take care of me. Like, this is very important. She take care of the family. She take care of the house, which is take a lot.
Called Georgina a maid. They said Cristiano only loves her because of what she does for him. But let's be honest for a second. His answer to the question exposes how far society has fallen. He obviously loves her because she's intelligent, she's smart. But when he chooses to honor her femininity, the whole world goes into shock. Because so many people want the benefits of a relationship nowadays and don't want to put the effort. Ronaldo is one of the hardest working men on the planet. He's sacrificing his body on that pitch every single day, through injuries, through traumas. And when he praises his woman who takes care of his home and children, the internet goes crazy and can't handle it. What did you expect him to say? She's special because she argues with me and refuses to cook? If a woman says, I love my man because he protects me, he provides for me, he leads me and takes care of my family, the internet would be fine with that. Everybody would be like, that's romantic. And you want to know the truth? Men nowadays are loved for what they can provide. And we're like, okay, we accepted it. But God forbid a hardworking man who provides for his family says, I love my woman because she nurtures me. And now suddenly she's a maid? And you know what's crazy? The women who are jealous of this are the non-traditional ones. The ones that are not a Proverbs 31 woman. You know what God says makes a Proverbs 31 woman? Proverbs 31:27. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. It doesn't say a woman like that is oppressed. No, it says she's honored. So when Ronaldo praises Georgina for that, he's not diminishing her. He's honoring her femininity, something that has been lost in today's society.
Well, now that I'm on Instagram, there's something I've been hearing that I want to make a comment on. If the sisters don't want to act like a wife and audition to be a wife, then stop acting like you want your man to act like a husband and pay all your bills. That's what a husband does. He take care of his wife and family, not just his girlfriend. You have to really take on the responsibilities of a wife and mother if you want to have a man that takes on the responsibilities of a husband and provider.
The idea that women struggle with accountability is a myth. Women do not struggle with accountability. They struggle with not being able to control the narrative anymore. Because when nobody questions you, when nobody asks for clarity, when nobody expects consistency, oh my goodness, you're in heaven. That's freedom, and freedom feels good. But the moment somebody says, yo, help me understand this, or you said one thing, but you actually did something else, or something like, your impact didn't quite match your intention, suddenly it's labeled pressure, control. There is no struggle with accountability. This struggle with accountability is intentional. Accountability isn't control. Control removes choices. Accountability simply asks you to stand by the choices you already made. Accountability doesn't silence you. It's not going to trap you. It just removes the escape routes and make you stand by what you did.
You have lost your way. And I understand you were raised by single parent moms. That's why we get on the women for having all of these children. And they won't stop having these children without fathers. How do you guys think we learn how to become men? We don't crawl out of the vajayjay and just instantly know how to be something as complex as a man. We need our tutor, which is our fathers. That's who teaches us the do's and don'ts of the world, structure and the discipline that we adhere to throughout our journey of life. But if you don't give us that, we will be messed up. And a lot of men are messed up. So I'm going to say this to the fellas. Women looked at our grandfathers and our uncles like superheroes because when something wasn't working right, granddaddy walked outside. I don't care if he come back in an hour or two later. That thing is working now. All that money they got to work on that stuff. And the woman was able to sit back and they're like, that is my man. He did that.
Right.
If you guys aren't giving women anything to be in adoration of, if you guys aren't giving women anything to be able to brag about from you to her friends, you're in trouble. I'm not saying that gives her a reason to have an affair, but I'm telling you, women need to look up to their man. And if you're doing the same things that she can do, let me call the garage door repair people, babe. I mean, you didn't even try to go out there and see if you could fix.
We got this in our DMs just yesterday and I want to talk about it because Love Island and Caleb in Love Island is popping off right now. Seems to be some sort of a warped perception that women are only going for really, really, really attractive men who have a lot of money. So to put things into perspective, I want to show you this video.
What can a man do to show you that he's interested in you, that he's being intentional, and makes you just go, yes?
Steph says she loves when a man takes charge. We love decisions being taken away from us and forehead kisses. Dee says she wants someone who's curious about her inner world and to ask her a deep question and just be interested in the answer. Kaylin says, honestly, just being vulnerable, being capable of emotional vulnerability is a different kind of strength. And Nessie says the sexiest thing a man can do is express clear communication about his intention, follow through, and just create emotional safety and presence. So if you're still buying into the notion that women are just after your money or looking for someone who is Hollywood level attractive, then I am so glad you found me. I am here to debunk all of that, teach you the art of actually attracting women into your life by creating emotional and physical safety for her. And if this is something you're interested in, then comment the word guide and I will send you the blueprint for free of how to get started. Because having women be magnetized to you just because of your presence isn't something reserved specifically for Caleb from Love Island or anyone else you see on TV. You can activate it too, and I will teach you how. Comment the word guide.
In all facts, marriage is overrated in this generation, and I think it's a terrible deal for men. Justice for married men. Listen, 90% of married men are not happy in a place they call their home. 50% are far gone. They didn't live to tell the story. 20% opted out because he that fight and run to fight another day. You get to the point now, the remaining 20, they don't know what to do. They are trying to be happy, pretending to be happy, living their last day on earth. You get to the point now, listen, men are not asking too much. The only thing a man wants from his woman is peace of mind. Peace of mind. The way God created man cannot function without peace because men are deep thinkers. They need peace to be able to create something out of their life. You get to the point now. Women, in the other hand, they don't need peace. Yes, they want peace, but they don't actually need peace. If a woman is truly at peace with you, she will think you are cheating on her. You get to the point now, or she will think you don't love her. Check up on your man. If you have any man in your life, try to check up on him. Whether your son, your boyfriend, or your husband, men are going through a lot. Justice for married men. You get to the point now, justice for married men, though. Peace out.
And modern women continue to say, why is this guy not asking me out? Why won't this guy shoot his shot? Why is this guy seeing me, staring at me, but he's hesitating? I mean, at some point in time, maybe you should realize what the man is going through. Maybe you should realize, you know what? This date really cost him. You know what? He might have to spend a little time. He might have to spend some. Well, we both spending time, but he's got to spend his money on the date instead of just saying, well, I spend my money too in a way because I use my makeup and I go get a spray tan and one woman said, I took a workout class. I was like, girl, that workout class ain't gonna do nothing for nobody. You just started working out. You went to one workout class. You didn't lose no weight. As far as I'm concerned, you wasted, you didn't waste your time, but if you saying that you did it for him, you wasted your time. You need to have been doing that well before you met him, during the time that you met him, and then after the time that you met him. That's how these modern women do. They try to assign stuff to men and say, oh, well, I'm doing it for you, so I got to spend money in a way. No, you're going to spend that money anyway.